Man, hold up, it's going down, man. It's your boy K Jizzle.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Rob Rich. It's the Car Chronicles, man. We in the car
For real, literally. You know what I'm saying?
on me.
It, it's going down, man. You know what I'm saying? Another Wednesday, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Getting to some real topics, some real live situations like this computer and everything still messing up, but we're going to keep it pushing. You know what
Cause
I'm saying?
that's what we do. That's what we do all day, every day, man. So
Oh,
other than technical issues, how's everything going your way?
Man. I don't even want to talk about it, but it's gonna work out though. I
Hey,
promise you that.
hey, that was just the topic of today's show. Turning points. It's gonna turn itself around at some point.
Eventually, it will.
Facts.
Eventually, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. How was your day?
Hey man, like I say, no complaints. We all, battling some things, whether personal or behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, the show must go on, and we got to keep pushing. So here we are. It's Wednesday. We in the car. This is what we do, and the show must go on, and we gonna keep pushing. But other than that, I'm good. Long answer to your question. I'm good, man. No complaints. I I could complain, but who wants to listen? So hey, everybody
For
got something,
real,
but we gonna keep going.
that's real life. Hey, ain't nobody listening. That's how they man. Don't get me started on that. But yeah, man. Everybody that's on, man, like, subscribe. I'm sorry, y'all. Tell your cousin, your auntie, man. Say if you
Yeah.
want to jump in, man. Let us know in the comments. Hit us in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And I guess we should throw out the disclaimer first. Say, man, we are not counselors.
Doctors,
We
lawyers,
lawyers,
CPAs.
government agent. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
We just telling you our point of view. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Straight
And
opinions.
it
It
don't
it just got one. Yeah.
just got an opinion. That's all. And opinions like well, the rest. Everybody got one. So
Yeah, that's right.
you know what I'm saying. So
Well, that's debatable. There's probably some people out there that don't got one, and we want to include everybody because this is an all-inclusive show. So even if you don't got one, still tap in with us in the comments, subscribe, like, all that. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on all platforms and tap in with us.
already say. So man, let's go and get up into this today's topic. Oh, say man, turning point. You know what
Oh
I'm
man.
saying? This I'm hoping that what we're talking about will help out people. So I want to start this off with asking you a question, bro.
All right, let's do it.
Can you recall a turning point that what hey that reshaped your life path?
Man, that is a deep question. That is a good question, but I have plenty of them. I mean, man, I've had
Wait,
plenty
wait,
of
wait,
time.
wait. You got to give me the one that shaped your life the most, though.
Man, that's. I would just say, man, probably having kids probably shaped my life because then at that point in time, that I knew it wasn't just me. I had other people that's dependent on me. So I mean, that's gonna be kind of a crazy answer, but I'm gonna say my kids. That's just on a personal level, on a business level, just being let go from a job at one point in time, being laid off, and like, man, I don't really want to go back to work, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta figure something out to keep going. Yeah, you get unemployment or whatever the case may be, but you still got to get out there and grind and make that money or whatever like that. So that made my hustle go harder, and that made me come up with more side hustles and be an entrepreneur more than probably what I would have been just still working at 9 to 5.
Say, and I feel that. That's say. That's That's real talk right there. I understand that, especially the kids.
Yeah, yeah. Your kids make you do something. You know what I mean? Like when you got somebody that's dependent on you, and when you are an active parent in your children's life. Now we're not talking about absent parents. When you're an active parent and doing your thing right there, those are turning points because now it's not just about you. At some point in time, you be like, man, I got a whole one, two, three, whatever the case may be, depending on me. I got five of them. Really, if you really want to say that, I got seven, just because I'm married. So I got seven kids that depend on me to make sure to make stuff happen. So I ain't finna get back and just be sulking. So I would say that's a definitely valid turning point for me, and it probably is a valid turning point for others as well.
Yeah, I I will say that is one of mine.
All right.
If I go about that myself, I will say that it would have to be when I ran across that book.
Okay.
When I ran across that book, man, that made me look at life and the decisions that I make totally different. Like I was like, man, come on. Okay, why I didn't think like this? Like if I had this mentality when I was younger, boy, I'd have been so wrong. Like
Yeah.
I didn't. That was my turning point. I saw all my mistakes like that quick, and then I said, man, I gotta change that. That was actually my turning point.
Yeah, yeah. And you say you saying
You
something in the
know what?
book.
You know what? I can't say that.
You already did.
That book is though. But man, when my nephew died, I had to do something.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I had to change up everything. That's when I started thinking different too. That was the first time. Once that happened, it was like, man, I
I
gotta
gotta
do
do something
something.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it does take something tragic to make people's turning points happen, and they can happen in all things. I think people just have moments that they life, that light bulb go off. You have that aha moment, and you like, I got to be able to do something else different or whatever like that. It might take going, unfortunately, to the pen or something like that for you to have that turning point. Because I see a lot of them brothers come out on some whole different stuff than when they went in. They be like, man, where was this at when when you was out here before you had to do all of this time or whatever like that. And then just to say
for
something,
real.
you said something earlier. I was the opposite when it came to like as far as the turning point. I always felt that I had the entrepreneur stuff in me. There was just no credible business person to be able to go to and be able to have that conversation with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I learned to hustle. We learned how to get it up. Get it how you live off the block, whatever the case may be. And I always say every time the street hustle transforms into the business hustle because the hustle is the same, just the product of the service changes. So it's the same hustle, so we got that gift to us all the time or whatever like that. It's just making that turning that hustle into something good and producing something good.
That's true. That's true. What's up, bro? What's up, DB? What's good, baby? You know what I'm saying? Say, we up in here, man. Y'all tap in. You know, y'all want to get on here and tell us about your turning point.
Yeah.
Something that happened to you. Let us know, man. Get in the comments. Let me know. I send you a link. Just follow the link, type the name in, and jump on in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Do that. Tell us some of your turning points. We want to hear some of that.
for real. Say, I got another question.
Let's
Came in
do
this
it.
mother cock loaded. Okay, so how do you handle unexpected turning points?
I handle unexpected turning points.
Tell the truth.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth. I handle unexpected turning points very, very well because I go into things without really, really super high expectations, so I don't get let down. So that way, anything above what I may have expected is like, oh, this went way better than what I expected, and anything less than that, it doesn't hurt me to the point to where it drains me or something like that. So you can have unexpected turns for the good or for the bad, but I'm gonna just say I just try not to go into stuff with super high or super low expectations. I'm kind of that gray area when it comes to stuff like that. That way, again, if I do have some unexpected happen to me, whether good or bad, I just don't never get too high or get too low to be able to let it affect me. So I'm like, that's great that this good thing happened. That just enhanced my mood. Or if it was something that was bad to happen, be like, okay, but I'm prepared because I was going into this not thinking, the best of the situation anyway.
Okay.
That's pretty much how I
Uh,
go through life with expectations, man. I don't be trying to. Yeah, I have expectations in my head, but I'm not gonna let that know like what reality actually is, because I'll go into something and be like, oh man, it should be this, and this, and when I get in there, it's below that, and now your mood has changed. You didn't be like, oh man, like I don't know if I should have came or whatever the case may be, but if you just come in there like, all right, this is gonna be cool, whatever, I don't really have nothing, but if it goes above that, then you like, oh man, this was great, this was way more than what I expected. So you know what I mean?
yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, it depends with me. It
You said it just
depends.
depends.
If if you trying to play me for a dodo and you think that you know me and you don't, then you be messed up because I try to tell people I'm not the old Kevin. This new Kevin is like I sit down and think. My expectations are always high, and even if it don't work out that way for me, I know it was something that I had to get out of there. It was a lesson. So it's my expectations is always good because I'm always learning.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess it's
definitely.
how you look at it. You know,
Yeah,
I put my expectations, the unexpected ones. I can pretty much handle them most of the time, but depending on what it is, I
yeah,
might handle it wrong because I might react at that moment. That's why I say it depends. But for the most, I everything that I do, I try to tell people I am calculating. I am paying attention to other stuff. So when I move, I'm trying to move different.
yeah,
I
definitely.
don't want to move like everyone else, or I don't want my moves to be expected. I want to be unexpected. So
Facts.
for me, I make my own unexpected. I make the best out of it and keep on going.
Oh me,
It's a
I feel
learning
that.
situation. That's
Yeah,
all I can say. It's a learning situation.
everything definitely can be a learning situation. It just depends on what you get out of it or how you take it. And I do believe that, like you say, it's just how it's perceived, or how you go into it thinking what you're gonna get out of it. Like I just don't have anything. Like I just try not to go into stuff too high or go into stuff too low, because that stuff will play with your emotions and stuff like that. And if you be riding the emotional high, I've had an emotional high, man, riding a wave. Like man, I'm thinking I'm climbing the charts, and something will come right in there and be like, shh, and will cut you down. And it will literally drain your mood. It will change your whole attitude. You mad at the world. So I just try to learn to try to stay even keel with stuff and just, yeah, just try not to get too high, too low, because that I just don't deal well with that.
See, and then, yeah, that's why I say it go along with how you handle. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
me as nothing. I worked at a job for like 4 years that I didn't like, and everybody around me didn't like. But then I ran across that book, and when we went places and did stuff, it was different because when they heard me, I was always happy. Oh man, it's going down. And they like, bro, why is you so happy? Because man, when I leave here, man, it's going down. I'm
On
gonna
me.
get it, and I never let that stop me. And those guys, I still pick up the phone and I call, and I'll be like, say, bro, remember when I was down there, bro? I was man underpaid. I was just a normal worker driving and all that, bro. I'm a boss, nigga. They're like, what? Yeah, homie. Hey, I'm gonna holler at you though, bro.
Hey,
You know
this
what I'm
all
saying?
me right here. That's
But
right. That's right.
but to show you how what I mean, they turn around and they be like, say, bro, yeah, I got my own thing ain't going now. I'll be like, oh, see, I told you. But what happened was something happened in order to make them step out
Right.
and do it.
I
And
agree with that.
that's pretty much that's why my expectations are high. And I always say if it's not the way that I want it when it happens, that's on me. So that means next I need to go back to the drawing board, change up stuff, see what I did wrong, and go do it again. I never will quit because that book showed me that right when you quit, you was probably right there at the edge of it, finna push it over.
Yep, yep. And not only that, the turmoil comes right at the end, and it makes you want to quit. Like the
Oh my
turmoil, you know,
bad,
uh,
we ain't even looking at none of.
we
I'm
done got
sorry,
over here and
y'all.
got in
I'm
the
sorry.
conversation.
uh,
Hey,
already, I
definitely.
believe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Always got to expect to be prepared for the best, hope for the best and be prepared for the worst is always how you just kind of go into it or
for
whatever like
real,
that. Because you just
for
never
real,
know what you gonna what kind of situation you're gonna walk into. So and it can definitely be unexpected or whatever like that.
real. Hey, what's up, Michael? Say I gotta get at you, man. I've been trying to catch up with you. I gotta get at you. I got something I need to chop it up with you about. Uh, but yeah, man. I mean, it's it's just unexpected things do happen, and I do understand. You know, a lot of people like I tell my wife, I say I feel like I'm built for this because
Oh
certain
yeah,
things I don't let bother me like other people do. You know what I'm saying? I am able to at this moment deal with a conflict, and then as soon as we finish talking, shut that off and go right back
go
to my
there, baby.
normal life like
Yeah,
it ain't
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't try to carry dead weight or whatever like that. If whatever is said has been said, it's been addressed, like boom, that's it. I'm not finna carry no dead weight that something or somebody said to me or did to me 7 years ago. If they did that and we addressed it and I addressed them and I told them how I felt about it or we came to whatever, like why is the purpose of bringing all of that back up again? Like that's kind of pointless. But just like even
Yup.
other turning points, just trying to stay on subject. Other turning points for me too was just being able to travel and get outside of where we grew up at or whatever like that. I think that was a big turning point for me. It was leaving. Not that that's always gonna be home, but like I literally only want to be there about 72 hours max and I'm ready to go. Like you, you know what I'm saying? 72 hours, 3 days, I'm you know what I mean, I'm gone. And I'm just, doing that. So I mean, turning
Ain't
point as
wrong
far
with
as
that, y'all.
traveling and experiencing just how other people live. Like, man, just you gotta just get out and see other places. Like it's bigger than wherever it is that you live at. I don't
See,
care if you was born and raised somewhere, you gotta be able to get outside to that and experience how other people is living.
see, I'm with I and see I hear you and my wife. She say the same thing to me. But man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a person that I can stay in one spot. I don't be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I don't mean staying up like I live, live in one
no,
spot,
I
yeah,
mean
but
like I'm saying like you said explore, go other places. Like
oh
I
yeah.
don't have to. I'm good.
I mean, but
I'm
that's how
good.
that's part of the
No,
experiences and
I
being able
like
to
to
get
be
that other knowledge.
comfortable. No, I can get the knowledge. I can read books. I can you can give me. See, I don't have to go there. I can stay here in the comfort and the protection of my own home. See, that's why y'all be getting on them boats and stuff. My Kel and them on them boats and stuff. And I can't swim. I'm not trying to go with y'all nowhere. See, no,
Yeah, that's
y'all want
about the
to go
only
to
one I
certain
won't
places.
do is a cruise. I done flown, I done drove all over this country, I done flew everywhere. The boat thing, yeah, that's probably where my limits go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with you, man. That's a lot of water. And I can swim. I can swim like a fish. But guess what? I'm not a fish, and I don't have gills, and I'm gonna get tired. And that's just a lot of water, and I can't drink that much. So I'm gonna stay off of that boat.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, but yeah, let me get back on it. on subject. Say okay. So I got another one for you. Yeah, this
Let's,
this one right here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So have you supported someone during a major life turning point?
yeah, yeah. I've supported some people, either with loss of loved one. I've supported people when they've had loved ones be incarcerated and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely the good. I mean, to have a support system to be able to reach out to somebody, and support comes in all different ways. Like it ain't like you got to just be tapping in with them every day or whatever like that. If you reaching out to somebody, hey, and you genuine about it, and that person know you genuine about it. Hey, if you need something, holler at me, but I'm here. And then 2 or 3 days pass, and you reach out to them again. Hey, I'm just showing that support. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm definitely been there, and I believe in that
I
because people need that.
say that's what's up, man. I mean, I try. I guess I can say I have. I don't know.
I mean, like I said, the support come in different ways. If whatever somebody was going through something and you genuinely reached out to them and just said, "Hey, bro, I want to reach out to you. I'm sorry or whatever. My prayers, yada yada yada." And you reach out to you and then that person in their time of need, that's support. I don't really think a person would be mad at me personally if I was going through something. And you told me that. I'm not expecting you to call me and be like, hey man, we can talk. Sometimes you don't need somebody to talk to. I think that person, if they need you enough, they'll reach out to you, and you can tell when that person want to talk to you, because then they gonna call you and they gonna start reminiscing with you. Hey man, remember we used to go to the store and get penny candy? You know what I'm saying? That's usually how the stories start. They go back on something because they can't just go straight into it. So when a person
Oh
really needs support,
man.
you know about that penny candy already. Hey, them Jack cookies, but don't get me started. But um, hey, hey, listen,
Man,
ain't nothing.
I can't do it.
But
I
but
can't do it yet.
but I'm sure if you reached out to a person and he was close enough to that person, you reached out to them and said, hey man, I'm just reaching out to you, give my whatever, whatever for whatever, whatever. That's genuine. Why that's support. I would
Yeah, I'm,
respect
I'm
that.
I'm just saying for me, I don't know because my phone don't ring like that.
Mine don't either. I pay for cell service to do this show every Wednesday. I pay T-Mobile this money every month so I can come out here every Wednesday night because my phone dries my mouth right now from this gummy. But yeah,
Say, mine is dry too. You know what, bro? You gonna make me reach over and grab me a water.
I got mine
Oh,
too on me. This was a turning
hey,
point in the
boy.
show. We both needed a swig real quick.
Hey, you wrong for that, y'all. I gotta get my lighting right. This ain't acting right. Uh, okay. I got another one. Okay. This one might be a good one, right? Now, this is a good one. Do you believe in fate or our power to create turning points?
Oh man, see. You know what? I believe in both because I believe the faith is gonna keep you going, but at the same time, you still have to put in the work. And I'm not the one, I know church and whatever. I'm not one, but I know he says even with faith, you still have to put in work. Basically, somebody can hop in there and tell me what the verse is or whatever. So I believe,
Look,
I
give me
believe,
5 seconds. Mary will be in there in a
I
minute.
know it,
Hold
I
on.
know it. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's something to that like that. I've heard it before, but yes, I have faith every day. I still wake up when I pop up and I pray, but at the same time, I still got to get up out of that bed and go put in the work. Because I can pray all I want to. It ain't gonna
Hold
just
on.
drop out the sky for me.
Hold on. I didn't say faith. I said fate.
Fate? Oh, fate, or putting in the work.
Fate
I
or power to create uh create turning points.
I believe in the power to create turning points then, because I still say you still got to put in the work. Like
So you
unless you
don't
just,
believe in so you
I
saying
mean, yeah,
faith,
I
faith.
believe fate. I believe it has its path in you still putting in the work,
Uh,
because at some point in time, if you putting in the work, you gonna fate is gonna happen where you're gonna be at the right place at the right time. You're gonna shake the right hand at the right time. You're gonna meet the right person at the right time. So yeah, I do believe that you got to
okay.
be able to put in that work. You got to be able to put in that work, and then I believe, yeah, at some point in time, fate will kick in, and you'll be able to it'll show its face, should I say?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Me, I don't believe that it's fate.
You believe it's just
I don't
work.
believe that. Just bottom line is right there. What she just said. Faith without works is dead. You can have $1 trillion plan, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you don't put in the work in that, in other words, doing what you gotta do to get
Yep,
out there, networking with others, promoting their stuff too along with yours. Like all of these things right here is you creating your own turning point
I agree. I agree.
because you're putting in the work. You're changing your scenario, your situation, whatever it is. You're gonna change it. So in order for you to do that, you have to work towards it. Man, I want to stop drinking. Okay, so you got to work towards not drinking. Say, today I ain't gonna drink nothing but 5 beers. I usually drink a whole 20 pack.
You really just gonna expose and put me out there like that? No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
Say you gotta drink like that out there, boy. I've been out there, boy. I ain't gonna talk about that right now. We're gonna talk about that another time.
You better
Cause
have something to drink. It's hot.
I was really mad. I was like, man, this stuff, this beer here is what is it? This beer, this is water. Okay, but yeah, I drunk a whole 6 pack, didn't even get a buzz. I was mad. Uh, but I mean, that's just how I see it. If you don't work, that's in life. You don't eat. So
I
if
agree.
you want to make a turning point, and you say I'm tired of living how I'm living, then that means you're gonna look at things, you're gonna pull stuff out, and you're gonna put other stuff in.
I agree. I
So
agree.
you're gonna put it to work.
I said you if you don't like the way things are going for you right now, look at your daily habits. Change up your daily habits. Change one or two things in your daily habits, and things will start to change up. But you can't expect change without wanting to change. So if you just
Okay,
in
that
the
water
same
good.
rhythm, in the same thing, you ain't gonna do it. And you have to get
That water.
comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like you got to get outside of your comfort zone if you want to grow, if you want to go to the next level. You better get out of your comfort zone. Everything that you sitting there being comfortable with, you better get out of it. Like you better just go do whatever. Like whatever it is that you're doing, you better go find a different way to go about it. So yeah, I had to learn that with myself. This whole year has been getting uncomfortable. Now I'm pretty comfortable with pretty much all scenarios for the most part. When at least comes to business, like let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, cause man, it get crazy out here, boy. The way people, yeah,
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
it,
but
it I mean, the growth that you're supposed to have though as you move. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, I'm with you too. Like I run across a lot of people that their situation is uncomfortable, and I see this all the time, especially when they come from jail and they come work up there. They be like, say, man, a gal over there telling me, ooh, I'm tired of that, bro. And I tell them, man, stop and think, bro. If she has been a good woman and while you was That means she don't want to see you back up in there, bro. That's
Yeah,
some real talk.
yeah, yeah. That should be a turning point for them. And then like you said, communication is key. And then we never know people's scenarios, but if a person is really down for you 100%, like the least you could do is go out there and go put reciprocate that same energy and go back out there and do what you try to do right or whatever like that. Like just don't be doing the same thing over and over again, and then keep expecting the person to ride with you. Like they're gonna eventually get tired of that nonsense.
Man, you ain't lying. For real, real quick, they're gonna be like, you know what?
I think I'm gonna go over here. Most of us is mature. Most of us, I'm gonna try to say most of us. Most of us is mature enough and old enough to be like, we ain't got time for this stuff no more. Like everybody that's really got a purpose and moving in the lane where they know where they going and they trying to grow, they ain't got time for that nonsense. If you over here and you dead weight and you holding me back, I'm gonna cut you loose. Like, what's the point? What's the point? Like, and that's
What?
family, friends, anybody. What's the point? Like you dead
Hey,
weight to me or whatever like that.
man, and you know what? A lot of times I will say this. A lot of people don't even know that they did, but that's the sad part.
That is the bad part.
Bro,
That is the
I'm
bad
being
part.
real. Like some people do not know you are not dead. Like they don't understand that they don't have the what is the word I'm looking for? The ambition. They think they do, but they don't. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I be trying to tell people, if you got the ambition, that means you gonna create too.
That's right.
Like, when we do music, we all create. You know what I'm saying? If one don't, then we like, well, you must don't want to be on this song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you ain't right. You must not want it. That's how for me, I'm looking at it like that.
Yeah, but
Because a lot of
even
people they don't.
they don't. And if you're gonna be in the group, if you're gonna be in the group, you got to be able to bring something to the table. Okay, so if you don't produce and you don't write or whatever like that, like, uh, can you film? Like, you know what I mean? Are you good at something? Like, have everybody in
But
the
it
circle
might
gotta
not.
have bring everybody in the circle should have something they should bring to the table. It shouldn't just be a person in the group that's just in the group. Like, what did he do? Oh, I mean, dang, bro, do you at least go get food for everybody or something? Like, I mean, dang, you can't just
Man, I'm
what do
not
you
finna
do?
mess with you, man. I'm finna
What
sit down early. You over here. Is this did it? You did it now. Go get some
everybody
cheesecake.
everybody in the group has to have bring something to the table. Why are you gonna be just bringing dead people along? You out here, you
Come
riding
on.
around, you traveling with us, you going everywhere. What do you do? What do you do?
They,
Are you at
they,
least getting our luggage?
they.
Teamwork makes the dream work. What part of the team do you do? On the football team, on the basketball, it's 12 men out there and it all works like a machine. If one man falters, the whole play gets blown up. So everybody got to bring something to the table. Are you managing? Are you doing
Not the way
logistics?
you
Are you?
saying it though, bro. Not the way you saying it, man.
I'm not saying I'm gonna make
God.
you walk and go get cheesecake. I didn't say that. I'm
Yeah, but
not.
you like you gonna get some food. It's like, dang. That sound like go get some cheesecake, did it?
I ain't gonna make you.
Dang.
I ain't gonna make you walk. You can take one of the whips, but dang. I mean, you just got so you got somebody on payroll who you paying for. They traveling, they staying in hotels with you, they eating off the table or whatever, and then you like, what do? You like, I just go wherever y'all go. Yeah,
But that is most people. Period. And that's me being
nah,
real with you.
yeah, yeah, that is
And
so sadly true.
a lot of people don't want to stand up and say something, so they just, okay.
All right,
The thing is they gotta understand it's just how you say it.
I guess that's
That's
true.
it.
Well, unfortunately, then I'm gonna need you to go get us some food. Then, would you? Would you mind going to get some food for everyone? That then I'll just ask it politely. I don't really know how to ask that, but that's just what I say. And then they can have a turning point and be able to move up, and eventually, I don't know what else they'll be able to do. Maybe they can drive. Maybe they can be the chauffeur or something like that.
Um, see, you tripping. You,
You you ask me those same questions. You give me another good turning point in your life.
huh? What's so
Give me
like?
a good turning point. Give me a good turn. Not anything in particular. I'm sure we could bring up some scenarios that we've had in the past or whatever that was turning points in our lives, but we don't want to bring other people in here. And for fictions, whatever purposes, we're gonna re- let people remain nameless.
I mean, been a lot of turning points. Man, I mean, what? DJ parties and things went wrong. Okay, I'm done DJing. Don't want to DJ no more parties. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much for me to catch on. It's usually I don't get to give you the second one. It's that first one. Got that lesson. Let me move on. Yeah, I don't. Mm-mm. And
Fair.
depending on how it comes, I might react wrong. Then I ain't learned nothing until after it's over with. Then I sit back and think,
Yeah, that's the worst. Reacting out of emotion or reacting like knowing that you could have said something or did something different. But at the same time,
no, I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
no, and that's fair. But I'm one of them people like I go with something. If it's something that I know I'm going into and I'm gonna make a decision beforehand, I'm gonna go in that decision and I'm gonna weigh the pros and the cons or whatever. I'm gonna make my decision and I'm not gonna even go back against it. Like I'm be like, that's what I did. This is the decision I made. Like I gotta deal with it now. Why I'm gonna go back against it? I made the decision.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah, one time.
That's all you
That's all
get.
I.
Well,
Ain't no
again,
second one, cause I'm like this. I'm waiting, cause I know it's coming.
right.
So it's just a matter of time when it's gonna come again.
Nah, yeah, it's just gonna cut you loose.
So I mean, I don't be trying to. What's the word I'm looking for? See, you got me, man. Man, I just as we move in this world, my turning point was when my another turning point was I realized my peace was the most valuable thing.
Okay, I take that.
Just to have peace with people, no one around me can you know, yeah, that when I found out what that was like, that was the turning point.
Yeah, when you find a peaceful spot in life and you like, man, this is crazy. All this outside noise is out the way. You know, I'm
For
kind of
real.
just riding this wave or whatever, but I'm still growing. I'm still growing as an individual. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want nobody to disrupt that. And anybody that want to decide to come hop on the ship, you got to be in that same lane. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no dead weight. You got to be in that same lane. You got to be bringing something to the table. Like
No,
we can all grow at the same time. We can all teach something at the same time. We all bring a different skill set to the table. That's the point. That's a good thing. But again, we all still bringing something to the table. It's the ones who just want to sit around and not do nothing or whatever. Like that's just I can't do that right now.
for real. Okay, so say I got this last question before because after we do this last question, these
Mhm.
last couple of minutes for all you people that don't want the spoiler and you have not seen they clone Tyrone get off, because me and him
Oh
gonna
my
talk about this real quick.
God. Ah
Okay,
yeah.
but here's the last question. how do you stay grounded during life's turning point?
Man, I'm just a pretty humble person or whatever like that. But partially, me
Your
as a
name doesn't say that. Your name says Rich.
hey, as an individual, I do me or whatever like that. That don't mean I ain't humble or whatever like that. That don't mean I ain't that don't mean I ain't humble or whatever the case may be. But um my wife helps me be humble. I tell her that all the time. Like when I go out and do whatever I gotta do outside in the world and you know, walk in the room with people and I gotta go, turn on game face or whatever like that. When I come home, this is always just home is always just a home. You know what I mean? Like you ain't whoever who you are when I walk in them rooms. I'm not that same person when I come back home. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you still got daddy duties to do. You still got husband duties to do. Still get out there and go mow that lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? My car making a funny noise or something like that. You know you know what
my
I'm saying?
nonsense, my
Yeah.
nonsense on my pocket.
You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that keeps you humble because at that point in time, it ain't, let me make a tweet about this or, you know what I'm saying? Let me go, whatever, check the stats or whatever the case may be. No, it's you husband at that time. It's when, daddy, I need this or my such and such broke. I need a new charger or whatever like that. Something for school. Them is humble moments because whatever
Dang,
it
that
is
ain't humble. You buying chargers, boy. That nigga buying whole cars, y'all.
all
Golly.
phone chargers.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Phone chargers. Yeah.
Hey man, Car Chronicles, I ain't getting paid,
If the
man.
if the phone if the phone charger got Dodge on it, then so be it. But I'm talking about phone chargers. But kids coming at you with stuff like that or whatever. Them is humbling moments because at them point in times you just daddy, you just husband or whatever the case may be like that. So yeah, what about you?
uh, my wife, she always fussing. So,
You ain't that.
yep,
Yeah.
that's what keeps me rooted. Like, if I get angry and I feel like I'm finna react, if she's there, she's like, Kevin, stop and think, and I'll think, and I'll be like, golly, let's go,
And see, just like you
shoot,
said,
let's
she say Kevin, like it ain't no KG, it ain't K Jizzle, you know what I'm saying, straight up by your name. It ain't no Rob Rich out there. It is Robert, and hey, you are who you are when you come home.
now, no, you ain't nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta
That's who
remember
you
that
are.
you're nothing. Now, you're nothing when it
No,
comes to a woman.
no, we something. They need us. Don't let them fool you. They need us.
Listen,
If
your
you
boy
need,
ain't gonna lie to you.
I know we on here live, but if you need help, blink 3 times. Like
Oh, I can't
I
wait to
got,
come down there.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? You can keep talking, but just and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
We going down there. Oh, Rob,
Send out the
run.
rescue net.
Rob, run. I'm telling you. Ooh, nah, man. But no, my kids, all of them, man, they keep me grounded, man. At every turning point, because as soon as I see it, the first thing I think about is my family. Hey, man, check this out. Did you know I passed that knowledge? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's that's what keep me rooted during life's changes. Turning points. I be trying to think about my kids. Whatever decision I make right now is gonna affect them too.
yes,
So it makes
sir.
me. and I don't want to be selfish.
I agree. I agree.
What's good, man? What's good? You know what I'm talking about? What's the deal, baby? Hey, okay, so look here. For all of y'all that has saw they clone Tyrone, you don't want no spoiling.
He said, "Jump off."
Jump off. Turning points is about growth. That is absolutely right. That is what turning points are, growth. And if you ain't growing, what you doing?
Hmm.
You gonna make me
Sitting,
choke you on my phone. What you doing?
sitting
Get it
stagnant.
right. For real. Say, but yeah, say man. Okay, so what was y'all trying to tell me that was so big about it? Because what I saw was what I've always been talking about from day one.
I mean, it was really just the overall message that everybody ain't
What was
gonna
the
really.
overall message?
I mean, that they just everything that they do, and they just basically turning us against ourselves or whatever like that, and we ain't even seeing it. They just reproducing the same bad habits over and over again. So
See,
yeah, and
I feel like that right there alone was for all of the people that are still on the surface.
hmm,
Cause see, you only this is me talking. Cause this is how I viewed it another way. You viewed it. I feel like you viewed it as the surface. I went up under the cover and saw what it was. So it was one part of that whole movie that stood out to me throughout the whole movie, and I bet you finna say, you know what? I ain't even think about that. So you remember when they was at the club and the music changed? They ran out, everybody followed them. Remember that?
yeah,
Okay. They surrounded the car. They were beating on the car. Now they had this conversation with this white man. Did y'all listen to his conversation?
like I said,
No, you didn't.
it's been a few months
You
since I seen
did.
it,
No,
so
no, no. Y'all did not. That out of the whole movie is what stuck. You could. My wife would tell you that's what stuck with me was what he said, and then it made me think. So I'm gonna ask you a question from a, a real question that don't have nothing to do with topic. It's about this movie. Now my first and only question is: how many countries other than the United States does not have a dictator? I'll wait.
I'm, I'm sure all of them have some sort of dictator except us.
So that same man said that that white man said that, and guess what else he said? He said it was a test and y'all failed.
He said
So
the
now
United
we trying to
States failed.
clean up. No, y'all failed. In other words, saying how y'all are. We gave y'all freedom of speech, freedom to do without a dictator.
Right.
But here you are, you're proving that you need a dictator
Well,
because you
they
can't
cre-
live amongst each other.
right, right. But they
And we
created a
put y'all
monster.
in these circumstances. Well, I'm telling you, that move I saw that one conversation messed me up
No,
because I was
that's a
like,
true statement.
I said, I mean, he didn't ask that, but when he said he said, y'all failed and he said he did say all these other countries have dictators, and then I started thinking, man, we are the only people without a dictator to tell us what to do. But keep on, it's gonna get there.
I mean, to a certain extent or whatever like that.
Keep on, okay. Keep
It's
on.
going
Y'all think it's a
it's
joke.
no, I don't think it's a joke, but I'm just
Revelation.
saying it's gonna
I believe that the Bible is fulfilling its whole prophecy, and that movie reassured me for sure. Cause when he slapped that food out that chicken out of their hand and said, "Look at it, everybody," I was like, oh man, that is so old. I've been knowing they putting it in the chicken. We like
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
They
Yep.
killing us, bro. They
We
killing all of us.
worked at
And
the
I took
chicken
from it.
farm.
You ain't lying. I took from it though that it ain't just black. It ain't just white. It's everybody.
Oh yes,
Everybody
everybody.
wants.
I
So,
agree.
but that was
Message
what I had saw was right there. For real, it's coming.
is
People don't
coming.
believe it. It's coming, man. I'm dead serious, man. I done seen too much right now going on, man. I'm like, man, I got to get up out of here.
I don't doubt it.
Martial law, say, they
Hey,
don't
don't say
believe me
that.
either.
Yeah,
It's
that.
coming, bro. In them other countries, most of them don't even have guns
Nah,
overseas and stuff, bro. The police,
I'm already knowing,
come
bro.
on, man, it's gonna be bad, bro. Man, say people that got guns, y'all gonna have to die with them bad boys. I'm telling y'all, cause they gonna come to some of y'all house and just bust them, cause they know you ain't coming out with them guns. They gonna tell your house, yeah, they got something probably vaporize your whole house. We don't know. Man, this technology, bro, AI, A12, zero. I don't care. It's too much.
Aliens, nah.
I say, bro, and you know it. Better learn to live off the land for real. Say,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why I commend my fam. My fam teaching the kids how to live off the land. Get your own chickens. You know what I'm saying? Planning, all of that stuff, bro. I love every bit of what he do.
I do too. That is a lost art, skill, whatever you want to call it. Agriculture is something that definitely we as individuals and or black or brown people need to get more involved in. Uh, yeah, I know we way off subject and going, but some of that is real. I've had several people tell me about the food, getting food grade containers and they having food, they storing food and stuff like that. Like, yeah, unfortunately, that stuff is coming down the pike, and we may have to address some of that stuff sooner rather than later.
Real, man. I'm for real, bro. It's real. Ain't nigga ain't bro, they ain't gotta worry about me, man. I bet you I survived.
I will
I
survive.
say we was just talking about it, and I told my wife, I said, baby, I need to get my life right, cause look, I need to go in the first rapture, cause I don't think God gonna let me go to heaven after I get through killing people, cause I'm gonna try and kill everybody before I die, man. I'm not finna just die willingly. No, bro, you gonna have to kill me, bro. You're not coming
Straight
in here
up.
and touching nobody in my family. None of that, bro. Like, yeah, so it's different. You know, when it hit different when you think different, and it make you come out of your character.
Yeah, yeah,
But the problem is we won't all come together and make a move together, man. That's the problem, bro. Real talk. I saw at the end when they come through there, it made me think about when they were riding through. Everybody was shooting off, headed out to all the places in the movie, and they say the revolution will not be televised. I realize it. Man. I got it.
right.
It won't be televised. It's yeah. It's on a whole nother situation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
a hidden agenda.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts. If the family was closer, it would for real. It
yeah,
would.
it
It
would
would
be
be
great.
great. It would be great, but it don't never work like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It does
And
not work like that.
I mean, at some
But
point in time, somebody have to start and make a change, and it really is, it starts with us as black men. We here right now. Somebody got to start trying to change the narrative, and your cousin is a prime example of somebody that's trying to do that.
yep, and I commend him for that, bro. He is straight up G for that, and much respect from me to him, and everything that he do. Shoot, cause I'm
Yeah,
trying myself
yeah, for sure, definitely that.
for real. But yo, man, I appreciate everybody being up in here tonight, man. check us out next week. I should have everything rolling and the flyer going. That was my fault about the date, man. I'm black. Y'all can't even see me, man. Oh, I got too close up in it. My bad. They back away. But yeah, man, we up in here, man, and I appreciate everybody. Say, if
Yeah.
you didn't know now, you know, like, subscribe, share to everybody
All
you know.
that.
Car Chronicles. Oh, my bad. I ain't even got it up there, bro. That's my fault, bro. Man, y'all just make sure y'all go subscribe. Truth Be Told, television or TV, depending on what you're on YouTube or Facebook, man. Say, it's
Yeah.
always good talking to everybody, talking to you, Rob Rich. Say, man, I'm your boy K Jizzle.
It's your boy
Oh,
Rob
man, you
Rich.
got some, my bad, you got something to say, man, before we get up out of
Oh
here.
no, I'm good, man. Everything is 100, man. We out here rocking and rolling, man. We got some things coming up, but we're gonna announce to y'all later. So we working on some good stuff coming to y'all. So y'all stay tuned, tap in with us, like, subscribe, tell mom and them, everybody. Come tap in with us every Wednesday, man. And I'm your boy Rob Rich.
Yep, and it's your boy K Jizzle, and we up out of here. Peace.